Hi, I'm Mr. Parker and this is question 11 on the OCR Foundation GCSE Paper 2 from June 2013. For more questions on this paper, click the link here. Question 11 Part A. Robert does 3 moves on his driving test. Reverse parking, R, hill start, H, and emergency stop, E. And the question asks us to complete the table to show all the possible orders in which he could do these moves. The first one has been done for you. And it tells us we may not need to use all the rows. So they've gone with first R, second H, third E. When you're trying to fill in one of these tables with possible combinations, it helps to be systematic, and that means to do them in a certain order. The way I like to do them is to keep the first choice the same for as long as possible and just change the other things. So I'm going to keep this as an R, and instead of HE, I'm going to put E, H. Now there's no other possibility with an R at the beginning. I've used them all up. So next I'm going to start with a H. Then I'm going to keep these in order and go R, E. There's another possibility with H at the beginning, so I'll do that next, and that's with E, R. I've used up all the possibilities with H now, so I'll put E at the beginning, and then I've got R, H, or I could have E, H, R. And because I've done them systematically, I know that I've not missed any out. Remember, it said I didn't need to use all the rows, so it's okay that I've got a row left at the end. Question 11 Part B. There are 5 possible routes for the driving test. The table shows the probability of each route being used for Robert's test, and we've got that in the table here. And we need to find out what is the probability Robert's test follows route 4. So we need to fill in this gap here to do that. And we're going to use the fact that when we add up the probability of all the possible outcomes, so all 5 of these, we would get the answer 1. So let's add up the bits we know. We're going to do 0.3 plus 0.25 plus 0.18 plus 0.08. Let's use a calculator to speed things up. And we get 0.81. So to find out what's left over, we'll start with a whole one that they're all going to add up to. We'll subtract 0.81. And hopefully you can do that without your calculator. If not, remember to check it. We get 0.19. So 0.19 would go in this box here. But that's also what it's asking for as the answer, 0.19. That's the probability we're going on route 4. In Part C, Jordan drives a distance of 150 miles in 2.5 hours. Calculate his average speed in miles per hour. To answer this question, we need to be aware of a formula which says that speed equals distance divided by time. Some people like to remember this using a formula triangle where they have a D on the top and an S and a T here. And then all they do is cover up the one that they're trying to work out. So if I cover up speed, we've got distance over time. So that's how I'd get that here. Before we can use this formula, we need to have the distance and the time in a format that we can do this divide. Well, the distance is fine because that's 150 miles. The time is 2.5 hours. So I'm going to put into my calculator 2.5 hours. I need to have a decimal that I can put in to do this calculation. So we get speed equals the distance, which is 150, divided by 2.5 hours. If we do that on our calculator, we get 60 miles per hour.